Oh no, we started. Welcome everybody to another episode of PaintWater Soup. And today I fired Peter and I have a new co-host. Hello, new co-host.
Hi.
Well, people might know you from the last time you were here. I don't know.
Maybe. Possibly.
Maybe.
Should I introduce myself?
Yes, please introduce yourself while I clean up the beer from my desk.
I am getting a crash course in being a co-host today. It's my first day. Be gentle on me. Hi, I'm Zambies, and intros are not my, thing. I'm always bad. I'm the type of person that's like, tell me about yourself, and then you're a deer in the headlights, and you just forget everything, like you don't exist. But yes, I just like to say that I'm a miniature artist and content creator. I paint minis, I play games, I say random things on the internet on multiple platforms, mostly Twitch, soon YouTube. I have been saying that for a while, but I am working on content that should hit this fall. I make weird TikTok videos of randomness, and yeah.
And now we force you again to visit this hellhole of a podcast.
I've been in worse holes. Yes, take that how you want it.
I was thinking about, should I say that I fired Peter? Which I haven't. Peter is coming back. He's working on a super secret project I can tell nothing about. And the other option was, Peter, your sex change worked really well. You're looking amazing.
Surprise, everybody. I am transformed.
Woo. All right. As always, we're going to start with what we have done in the last few days for the hobby. Any cool stories we might have encountered. And normally we would get a dad joke. So do you know a stupid dad joke?
What does a vegan zombie eat?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Grains.
Okay, that is cool. Okay, I have a stupid dad joke, but it's a bit under the belt, if that's all right with you.
Oh, I won't make that joke. We're good. I'm fine.
Okay, so there's this dude, and he just turned 40, and for most of his life he had this horrible headache, and he went to the doctors, and the doctor said, we can have a good news and I have bad news. The good news is I can cure you of your headache. But the bad news is for that I would have to cut off your balls. And the man's like, that's not cool. I need to think about that. And he goes home and lies down, has this horrible throbbing headache, pain medication not working. So he goes to the doctor and says, well, okay, it's okay, cut them off. He wakes up the next morning in the hospital, and his balls are cut off. His headache is gone. He's feeling fine. He stays a few days in the hospital, and he feels like new because his headache is gone. So he decides to go to I don't know the English word for that, but to a dude that's making like suits and stuff.
A tailor.
A tailor. Thank you. So he decides to go to a tailor and get all new clothes. And he goes in there, and the tailor looks at him and is, "Oh, you're looking for a new suit. Is that a 54, 56? Yeah, that's right. I'm 54, 56. Okay, so he gives him his jacket, and it fits perfectly. And he gets really excited, and I was like, you know what? You got a what's the thing underneath with the buttons?
The vest or the tailored shirt, like
the shirt, the
button-down
shirt. Yeah, the button-down shirt. Thank you. Good. I have a native speaker with me to tell this joke because I've not prepared it. So he goes, "Is that a 42?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm 42." So he tries on the shirt, and it's like really high. And he goes, "You know what? I'm going for the full package, like pants and everything." And then the tailor says, "Okay, we will have to start with underpants. I guess you're a 7." And the dude says, "No, I am not a 7. Since my 18th birthday, I am a 5." And then the tailor looks at him and goes, "You're not a 5. You're a 7, because if you were wearing a 5, your balls would press on your lower abdomen, and then you would have headaches all the time." I'm really sorry. This is the baddest joke I know.
Well, I mean, the dude's headaches are gone.
Should have just worn a size 7 then.
Found the problem.
Yeah. Need to visit a tailor instead of a doctor. Okay, I think I crashed the mood with this joke.
Now we can get back on. It's fine.
I'm really sorry. Yeah, so what did you do for the hobby? What were your amazing stories for the last week, I guess? Or the most amazing story that happened to you?
I have just been really excited with, I got the new Warcry box, the Heart of Gur, and I call it Gur. I don't know if it's actually pronounced a little differently, but I just like to say Gur.
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 I built Zim.
Right? I'm going to sing the Doom song now.
Doom, 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 doom.
So I got it, and I was way too excited. I built everything. The terrain, everything. I built the 2 warbands. I based them already. And usually I work in the warbands before I do the terrain, but I absolutely love the terrain in this box. So I built that. I primed it, and I'm already starting to paint it. I have some cool ideas. I want to do weathering and add some moss and leaves and fun stuff to it. So yeah, that's really the big thing that's kind of like taken over my hobby area right now. I have a bunch of other projects that I just kind of swoosh to the side so that I can start doing this.
Nice. I have seen painting. I've seen you painting the terrain on Twitch, and I've seen a lot of takes on the terrain already on YouTube. And you were going for the hard route. You were just painting in details on the stones the moment I came in, and you just said you were dry brushing the skulls. But normally everyone is just doing base coat, dry brush, oil wash, done. And you were like really taking the effort painting single things, and was like, damn, this will be awesome when it's done.
Yeah, so I had the Red Harvest box, and I did all of that terrain, and most of that I dry brushed, and like basic, like it looked good though, because I mean it was supposed to be grungy and a lot of wood was on there, so dry brush works perfect for it. And I bam got it out for playing on the table. But for this, I just like, it's skulls, but it's also trees and swampy, and I absolutely love it. So I'm probably going to take way more time on the terrain than someone should take, but I don't know. For me, that I could use these terrain pieces for like house decor. That's the type of person I am. It's so up my alley.
Nice. I did that for the Octarius terrain. I took too much time for that. That was like, no one should paint terrain that long, but it was amazing. And you could weather the shit over it. Yeah, no one but me. What I like about the terrain is, for the Warcry box, is that the trees look a bit like they are made of flesh. They are so strangely coated in...
Yeah, I've got the one right here that I've been working on.
Yeah, that looks like torn muscle fiber and stuff.
It does. So weird. I know, like, if you dry brush, you can pluck some of this out really well, which I did, but I'm going to go back in. But it has almost like veiny textures in it.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be like alive. And I love that.
That is really crazy. So for me, the big new incoming thing was the new Kill Team box. The Into the Darkness box that just arrived on Friday. It arrived on Friday, one day early because of my friendly local gaming store, who's been an absolute gem and decided to put it in a box one day early.
Nice.
And I painted a shaman. I painted an old hammer beastman shaman, and that turned out pretty nice. It's been so a friend of mine and a moderator on my Discord sent this to me and was like, "Can you paint this for me?" I mean, he asked me before he sent it to me, but
It just arrives. What is this? Paint this.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, of course I can. I was like, why did I agree to this? I never painted Oldhammer, and I'm not a huge fan of Oldhammer. And then Peter finished his, and I was like, okay, this could work. And then I tried to jump up on that bandwagon, basically, and took a bit from his color scheme so it will fit into the army. And then I found out that Oldhammer is freaking awesome. It's not that busy, you know? Like, look at modern GW sculpts. There are like, you need at least 20 different paints and whatnot to finish them up. And Oldhammer's like, okay, he got a staff, he got some fur, and he got a cloak, and he got a face mask. Okay, 4 colors is enough, and then you mix them in a nice gradient. And all the stuff that I could not do before, like painting techniques, I had trouble with, like getting super smooth transitions and stuff. I finally could, train that. And that was sweet.
Nice. It's always cool when you think you're not going to like something and then you start painting it and you're like, this isn't that bad. I actually like this. Yeah. I feel like that was for me in Space Marines because I don't play 40K, but I really like some of the models and I'll paint them. Mm-hmm. And I think it was like the last Marine I painted. I was just like, this is actually kind of nice. I like the fact that there's a lot of surface material here and not a lot of bells and whistles, so you can just kind of have fun with it, like you were saying. Yeah. So a friend of mine gave me some Horus Heresy Marines, so I'm gonna have fun with them and just go wild. But it's like weird where you're like, yeah, I have a few of those. But it's always funny because in the beginning I'm like, I won't paint Marines. I don't know how I feel about Marines. And then you start painting Marines and you're like, okay, I kind of like this.
I mean, I could probably say that I've never painted a Space Marine until you made me paint it.
Yeah, it's my fault.
It's your fault. And because it's your fault, I need to get up and grab this darn thing. I will need to mull around a bit on him, but maybe I would just keep the skulls and make them pink. I don't know. But I already made one ready for next year.
Nice.
Because he has this nice halo, and I kind of want to... Okay, I get why people like remove guns and skulls and stuff when they paint the Pride Marines. And I want to try to keep this on there and integrate it into the painting scheme.
Nice.
Like pink skulls could be fun too, right?
Yeah, I think mine that I did had like the crest has the skull on it, and I painted that pink. I kept it on there. I kept the axe, but I made it a glowy power axe, you know? So
which is cool.
Yeah, and then I added wings, because why not?
I might paint the gun in like a Super Soaker color. That could be cool.
What I really wanted to do was make a bubble gun, but I didn't have enough time to figure out how to do the bubbles to make them look like bubbles. So, yeah.
That is hard.
Challenge for next year.
Yeah, I mean, you could take those silica pearls, but how to arrange them and stuff, that could be... Google made a really cool one, and he removed all the symbols and weapons and stuff, which was really nice. And people always say he's like a basic painter, and when he just slaps out an amazing paint job like that, everyone's like, oh, okay, I guess he can paint.
Yeah, but there's a difference. I feel like when you're a painter, and if you start getting at a certain level, people always expect that level of you. And that's kind of sad because there's different levels, and sometimes you just want to make a cool, fun project and not spend a ton of time on it. Or you're just like, this is a neat idea, I'm just going to play, and it's going to be tabletop quality. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think people should expect this certain level from you. And I think everyone can achieve a higher level, but whether they want to do that every paint job or not is up to them.
Yeah. I made a pretty basic paint job with my female Phobos Marines. Have you seen them?
Yeah, they're awesome.
Thank you. And I finally made a video for them, so I can piss off some people. So far, I've not received any hate comments. And
Which
I have
is
to say,
good, though.
No, I'm so angry. I wanted hate comments. But 3 people unsubbed.
That's how it works.
So, yeah, natural selection, bitches.
I think every time you do something like that, it's always, Pride Month, and some people just take themselves too seriously. We're painting little plastic toys. Don't kid yourself. Okay? And you paint a rainbow and someone's gonna get mad. So whatever. Yeah. Play with color. If those people want to leave, they're not the people you want around you anyway.
That's it. And I mean, it's at the end of my video that I say, like, what's more important? Yeah, is it more important to have this stuff around or to include people? Is it more important that you do the stuff like it's supposed to be, or is it more important to do it your way? Is it your hobby or is it someone else's hobby?
It's everyone's hobby. And I just feel like more people would benefit if they didn't like something, they would just keep going. Okay, I don't like this paint job. That's fine. You don't have to leave a comment about it. That's an option. It's an option. If you don't like something, you can keep scrolling without putting your opinion out there about how you don't like it and announce it to everybody, because most people don't care.
That can't be true.
Surprise!
That can't be true. No, that must be a lie. Everyone's doing it.
It's crazy. And I tell people, though, is there are a lot of gatekeepers out there, but there are way more cool people like us. I like to believe, whether I'm right or wrong, I like to think I'm right. And I like to think that most of the hobby is filled with good people who just want to have fun and enjoy their stuff. And then there's a sad little group that, because they're getting smaller, they're getting louder. And therefore, they're trying so hard to grasp onto something that they feel is just theirs and nobody else can enjoy it. So they can enjoy their hobby, but I just think that they should just enjoy their hobby by themselves or with their sad little group and ignore the rest of us.
Yeah. I had a small discussion on the Discord, and I don't think the guy is a gatekeeper or means ill or anything. I think he has he just said he has to follow rules because of a personal condition. So he doesn't like the thing he's seeing because it doesn't follow the rules, and for him and his condition it's important to follow rules. I think that's another cup of tea. But he still said, even if I don't agree with it, I still like the paint job, and I still like that you're being creative, and that's fine with me. So he didn't say anything negative. This was the first person who just said, oh, well, that's not my cup of tea. And
And
that's
I
fine
think
with
that's
me.
fine. That's
Yeah.
absolutely. I am not everybody's cup of tea. And I'm okay with that. I think that more people just need to live and let live and realize that just because they don't like something doesn't mean that that thing needs to change. And we're not going to get on the topic of morals and all of that. But talking for like hobby and artwork and all of this is just like, there have been plenty of times I've looked at some people's art and I've been like, that's not to my preference. I don't like that because it's not to my preference, but it's done well and it's awesome. And I commend people for that. And I think more people should just be like that. Like, just because I don't like something doesn't mean it has to go away.
I think that is a beautiful way to look at things. And all those people that we just talked about, they put their stuff out there. And I want to like cut over to the topic we totally did not make up last minute. We planned this.
Yeah.
And that's
totally.
yeah, we planned that. It's if you say something else, you're lying.
We're not winging anything at all.
No, never. I never wing anything. God, my freaking nickname could be Darkwing Duck. Because I always wing it and it gets dark pretty soon. Or pretty quick.
It's your new nickname now.
Yeah, Darkwing Duck. Okay, thank you. I will rename my channel to Darkwing Duck Minis.
I think you'd get a copyright strike.
Probably.
Yeah.
And it's
Disney's
Disney. You don't want to fuck with Disney.
Don't mess with Disney.
They're going to send freaking assassins if you say something mean about
The
Mickey
SWAT
Mouse.
team comes in. I don't know what the equivalent to Germany's like SWAT team is.
It's the SEK.
That sounds more serious.
Yeah. The SEK is don't mess with them. It's like if you translate it, it would be something like the Special Attack Unit.
Yeah, I'm not messing with them.
No, they are. I don't know if you remember. It's a long time ago. There was like stuff going on at the Olympics with the hostage situation. I think it was in the 80s, and they went in there and it was over in 2 minutes. They are freaking monsters. They are really good, and we even have a military unit, like the version. This is the police unit, and we even have a unit from the military that does the same stuff, but for military. So they're even trained more. They are all psychopath. Sorry to say that, but these guys are insane. Maybe in a good way because they can save lives, but they dedicate everything they are to that unit. And that's strange. For me, at least. Because I would never dedicate everything I do to something. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I don't.
Where did this come from?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so our main topic,
Yes.
before I got distracted by something shiny, is creating media in the hobby and maybe making money from it.
Yes.
There's so much stuff you could do.
Yes.
So you are mainly on Twitch.
Yeah. That's where I pretty much started and grew with being in the hobby, and it's my main content platform.
Is it also, if it's okay to ask, your main source of income?
For me personally, I'm always transparent and open to the fact that I am fortunate that outside of the hobby, my job is being a full-time mom, and I used to freelance in design. So working from home and doing that a little bit, I was able to give up freelancing to follow my love of miniatures and content creation. My partner makes enough money that it's not a make or break if I don't do content, but the content creation helps fuel me and pay for all of my extracurricular activities, which is my plastic crack addiction. So I can afford that because of content creation. Everything I make from that goes back into the hobby.
All right, that is amazing. So, for me, I have a full-time job, and it's nice that so I'm not monetized on YouTube because I am missing a lot of viewing hours, and I'm missing like 50% of the followers that I would need to get monetized.
I don't know what it takes to be monetized on YouTube.
1,000 followers or subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time.
Oh.
So if you have 1,000 subs, each of them needs to view 4 hours of your content, and then you will get monetized.
Okay.
Yeah, that's quite harsh. A long time ago, it was just 1,000 followers, and then they added like the view time, which is quite bad.
I was going to say,
okay.
If you make videos that are only like 10 minutes each, you need to rack up a lot of videos in order to get that.
Yeah. That's 6 for an hour. So times 4 is, 32. And I don't even have 30 videos right now. So
yeah.
Ta-dum.
Good to know for me. I'm going to write that down.
But I am so lucky that people buy my merch. Do you sell merch?
I do, but right now I'm actually looking for a better place to sell my merch. I've had some issues with Teespring and being like locked out of my account because they went from being Teespring to Spring, and I guess I don't know. Every time I log in, they're like, no, this isn't right. And then they won't let me reset my password. And then I have to send them a bunch of information. And I have, ADD squirrel brain, and I don't send them in the information. So I have to figure that out. So for the past year, anyone who's bought my merch, I haven't seen a dime of it. So I'm looking for some place to sell it.
But I think for people like us, so I don't know if I got ADHD or ADD because I never got diagnosed, like officially.
I'm not officially diagnosed because honestly, I don't know how it is in your country, but in America, especially for women and being an adult, it's not easy to get diagnosed, and you insurance and all this stuff, and you have to talk to multiple doctors. And so everyone I've talked to, and doctor, like general doctor included, were like, yeah, you're probably on the spectrum. Anyone who knows me is like, definitely. So while I say that stuff, I always say I'm undiagnosed, but I'd be hard pressed to find anyone who disagrees with the fact that I should be.
Yeah, I had several occasions. And this is basically, we are switching topics right now, which is kind of typical.
Well, the train derailed.
The derailed episode. The derailed episode. Yeah. Basically, I had coaches that told me, yeah, this sounds pretty ADHD or ADD-like. And then I took some tests, like online, and getting stuff from here and there. And then one coach asked me, in your youth, have you ever taken amphetamines? And I was like, yeah, but I did not gain anything from that. Why did you not gain anything from that? Because everyone who took it with me was like, I'm going to dance now. And I was like, nearly meditating. And they were like, okay, something is wrong with this dude. He has like taken an elephant dose of amphetamines. And he's basically levitating in the room. Everyone's like, like the stupid techno faces. And I was like, oh, someone closed all the tabs in my head browser. This is nice.
Yeah,
and he said, okay, yeah, that's
crazy
basically
how you level out.
It's like I still had this massive come down still, and so it was not nice the next day. And for me, if I would be diagnosed, I would be subscribed, stuff like that, maybe in lower dosage, but I don't think that it's good for me. So I stick to CBD and caffeine.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm not rushing out to get diagnosed, mainly because I hate the term high functioning, because there are days where I am not functioning, but I think I've just found enough coping mechanisms to kind of get through it. And there's good days and there are bad days, but I mean, I live in a legal state, so just putting it out there. Edibles do wonders for me with just being at that chill level and helping me and all of that. So I pretty much stick to caffeine and stuff. I'm kind of pretty hesitant to taking prescription drugs unless I absolutely need it. Like, I have thyroid disease, so I have to take a pill every day for the rest of my life, but that is an actual prescribed good pill. I'm very cautious about like mental pills.
Yeah, that stuff can really mess you up. So while we are already derailed, how do you describe what ADD feels like to a neurotypical person?
So I don't know if this is just because I've always bounced around whether I was strictly ADHD or maybe possibly slightly autistic, something around that realm. But I feel like when you mentioned like the tabs open, that's a thing. It blew my mind when I read that some people don't have internal monologues. There are people who don't have voices in their heads. That, like, I literally have like at least 10. My brain doesn't shut up. But to me, the best way I heard it described, which I believe was in a YouTuber's video, I might be wrong on this, but it might be Mark Rober, I believe is the dude. But he once said that in order to like describing it is you're in a park and normal people kind of focus like someone's talking to you and you're talking to that person and you're in that conversation. To me, and maybe someone who is neurotypical, when you are there and someone's trying to talk to me, I can hear the ice cream truck drive by. I can hear the kids playing back there. I can hear the swings. I can hear a dog barking. I can hear the wind. I can feel the texture of the grass against my leg, and it's bugging me all while I'm trying to focus on that one person and that one conversation. And I am processing all of these senses at once. And depending on my level of whether usually earlier in the day, it's better, like after I have my caffeine, of course, where I can process more, but by the end of the day, I am so sensory overloaded that I will not be able to focus on that person and that conversation, and it takes all my might, and it is a struggle. And I have everything all at once, and if all those noises are bothering me, I can sometimes shut down, and I need to go to a quiet place, and I need to be desensitized.
Yeah. I always describe it this way. If I get up in the morning and I am in a good mood, I have a good day.
Yeah.
I am standing in a room with 10 televisions. They all are basically the same size, and they are all the same sound level, like the same noise level. Everything has like a solid picture on it. And when you come talk to me, your TV, the TV you're on, might be even get bigger. And then it's easy for me to focus on the television and ignore the 9 others. But at the end of the day, or if I'm having a bad day, there are 57 TVs, and yours, without that I wanted, but yours is the smallest, and it's like the other ones are way louder. And basically, it's a downward spiral the day over. And if I have a good day, I can maintain like 10 TVs, but it's always something going on. And when we like go for a drive or something, I have a favorite car because in the other car, I need to take this. It's not the same noise, but it's basically one small piece of plastic in the board where the stuff is, where you can see how fast you're going and stuff. And it's always going like,
Yeah, the dashboard.
yeah, the dashboard, and it's always like this little cracking sound, and it's inaudible to my wife and daughter. They don't hear it.
Yeah.
And it makes me freaking insane. I'm close to murdering people, so I prefer the other car, and they don't get why.
Yep. I can do that too, where I'm sitting down and we're watching TV and I can hear something upstairs, like some noise, whether it's clicking or the one time I kept hearing a buzzing sound and I couldn't figure out what it was. And my partner's like, I don't hear anything. I don't know what you're talking about. One of the kids left one of their walkie-talkies on, and it was under stuffed animals in 3 rooms away. Which is the weirdest thing, because if I am not, like you said, if I'm not having a good day or I can't focus and I'm drained, or they like to say, you're out of spoons or mana and spell slots, you could talk to me and I'm not it's not like I'm not hearing. I'm not processing what you're saying. I'm going to need you to repeat that like 3 times because my brain's not going to work. But some random noise that's going to get under my skin is literally going to be louder than anything else.
I had to throw out 3 power supplies in my small studio here.
The buzzing.
Coil whine. Do you know what coil whine is?
Is it where it's like the low pitch, like humming or something?
No, it's the high pitch stuff.
It's
like a high pitch squealing.
Or a high pitch, but it's like really, like most people just ignore it because it's so low.
They can't hear it.
Yeah.
It's super, super low, but it's not loud, but it's super high. And I had one, and I looked for this stupid thing for a day, and was literally lying on the floor, crawling around spaces, listening. Where is this shit coming from? It has been the power supply for the LED strips in my paint cabinet. And this thing is down in the cabinet, like on the back wall behind 3 things that should block it. And I could hear it. And I was standing here, I was getting furious. And my wife was like, I can't hear shit. What are you talking about? Are you going insane? Do you need to go to the loony bin?
I feel like people who are not like neurodivergent just have an filtration system to help keep them sane. And we don't have that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like gone for us. There's like the one other tick I have is mouth noises while eating. If I am eating, then it doesn't bother me. So if I'm eating and I'm eating with someone else and we're at a restaurant and we're eating, everyone's eating, that's fine. But if I sit down next to someone and they're eating and their mouth like chewing is just like in my ear, then it drives me insane.
You know what the worst sound is while eating? When they put a fork in their mouth and they don't pull the stuff off their fork with their lips but with their teeth, and they're grinding the fork through the teeth, and it makes this super high-pitched metal, like basically someone scratching on a chalkboard. It's super silent, but it makes me freaking furious. Okay, this episode is derailing absolutely.
I know.
I love it.
Or talk about styrofoam. If you rub styrofoam together, ooh, I hate it.
So we build like the wall in the back here and in the next room. And we had to edit this rock wool to like make it soundproof and stuff, like this itchy stuff. I had to shower 3 times.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was off the first time, but my brain was like, no, it's still itching. No, no. Yeah, that is... okay. Well, Rory, what was this episode about? Oh, yeah, making content and money in the hobby. Should we go back there?
Sure. We were talking, I think, your YouTube channel and what it took to get monetized.
Yeah. Okay. I will make a timer. I bet we will be derailed in 5 minutes.
Probably.
Nice.
I think side tangents are always really fun in podcasts, though. I think I live for the banter and sometimes just being way off topic, but that's my personal preference.
Okay. From the heart. Dear Scott, dear John, if you're listening to this, I would beg you to make your podcast more for neurodivergent people. So please skip the preamble ramble and take every tiny part of this and just randomly sprinkle it into your podcast.
Okay, so I love Scott and John, like, seriously, but the preamble ramble is my favorite part of Tough.
It's the best part.
It's the best part. Like, sometimes, like, no offense that it's so long, sometimes my brain I get distracted, and then I forget I'm listening, and I go back, or, there's been times where I don't finish the episode, but the beginning's the best part. I love it. So if there's, like, more interesting, random off-topic things, like, I would love that, but just because of my squirrel brain, so.
Yeah. Oh, have you seen Bionic Reading? I freaking love this stuff. I wrote an email to Amazon, not that they would care, but I asked them to put that in the Kindle. Because I have trouble reading. I read and then I forget where I am. I already read that. Oh yeah,
your brain is like starting to put images from what you read or random things in, and then you're like, I have been reading, but my brain didn't soak any of this in, and now you got to go back. Yes.
Yeah. It's absolutely annoying, but Bionic Reading basically turns the first part of the word fat. It's the simplest way to put this. There's a bit more to that, but after the episode, Google Bionic Reading, and I took a book and uploaded it to his site, and it turned all the text into Bionic Reading stuff, and I put it on my Kindle, and I shredded the book in 1 day.
Wow.
I was like, yeah, I can't put this down. It's working. It's just, I was flying through the pages and was like engaged and stuff, and it was not like the most epic book. It was like a standard fantasy novel. It was not like super insanely good, but I was like, yeah, okay, this bionic stuff is working for me. The next page.
I've got to try this out.
Yeah, Bionic Reading is. It was only 90 seconds until we got derailed. Okay, so you do Twitch and you make some income on Twitch, and you are planning on doing YouTube. You sell merch, but you don't collect the money for the merch.
Not currently, no. The merch isn't I don't usually push my stuff because I've been working on kind of doing not a total rebrand, but just updating my branding material and stuff. So I haven't really done a ton of merch. I gotta figure out how to change the color on those. Now that I have color in my hair, I've changed to magenta and purple instead of blue.
Oh.
So I've been updating all of that.
So I finally finished getting back to YouTube. I finished my style guide for the YouTube videos and now have an asset collection. So if I do a new video, I just copy in the asset collection and can edit all the stuff quite fast. I had that before, but I did not like it. So I made a new intro and new assets and new transitions and overlays and stuff. And now I'm happy, and yesterday I was in the tunnel. So I got tunnel focus. Hyper focus.
Yep.
And I edited 3 videos. I normally take a day like 8 to 10 hours for one video.
That's what I'm dreading. Like, that is the main blocker that has kept me off of YouTube for a while, is the fact that I have all these ideas. I've written them down. I've shot some footage like years ago, or not, maybe like a year ago, about putting content on there. And then every time I get to editing, I give up. And I'm challenging myself to not do that. So I have said it out loud, and I must stick with it to finally create content.
Yeah,
I'm a more live in the moment type of person, and that's why I enjoy live streaming.
Yeah, Twitch gave me a lot of cool moments, and the best part is I never get so much shit done while painting on stream. If I build, and you normally would say, like a normal person was like, oh, chat message, okay, where was I? And was like, oh, chat message, painting, It's amazing. Streaming is for ADD people or ADHD people.
Oh, yes. I think that's what a lot of, like, I like it because Twitch and being a part of this community and all of that has really helped me embrace myself and let go of all the masks I have created over the years to try to make myself more normal and accepting into the neurotypical world. And now I've been like, no, I am just going to be me. And people seem to like that, even if I'm really weird and squirrely and off topic and just crazy. But you know what? It's entertaining. So, and there are down days though. There are some days where I have no energy and I get more painting done than chatting. But for the most part, it's usually a really fun time.
It is. Sadly, most of the times your streams are at a time where I am working or sleeping. But I try to catch up when you upload a recording. But I can't be there. So it's not like being in the live version, you know, it's like, if there's a lot of engagement when it's live. So you can add a chat message, you get an answer back, you can watch the others chat about stuff, you can listen with one ear and do stuff. And basically listening to it when it's not live, I don't know why, but the engagement part is missing out for me. So I'm really sorry, but I don't watch every stream until the end. It's but when I see you live, I try to join, because even if it's like I joined in a meeting. I was in a meeting and it was so boring, and I would just 10 minutes put my earphones in and switch in for 10 minutes so I could. Yeah, I'm just Googling for stuff, and I basically was watching your stream.
Those pesky time zones. That's the only downside about live streaming, is there are so many people I would like to watch, and I can't always be there, and I can't always watch. And, you know, I'm getting older, so now I wake up early and I go to bed early. So I don't get a lot of time zones that I can be around, and I understand a lot of people can't watch. And I get, like, VODs are cool. Some people tell me they watch the VODs, which I think are awesome. But yeah, I feel like that's the one thing that I absolutely love about Twitch, is the one-on-one interaction in the moment. That time, like, you can watch a YouTube video, and YouTube's great when you just want to watch random stuff and go back and watch tutorials, or you're like, oh yeah, there's this cool entertaining video, but you don't, like, you can leave a comment, but now you have to wait and see, will that content creator actually answer my comment, and will that be in like a week or something like that. Where Twitch is really nice because it's like, hey, this person's live, I can ask a question about how they're painting, and then they can demonstrate it for me and show me in that exact moment, which is really cool.
Yeah. But I am insulted now. You said you were getting old, and I am getting 40 this year. And
you don't look 40.
Yeah, and you with your 27 years telling me that you're getting old.
I'm not 27. I have a birthday coming up in a few months. I am way more than that.
Okay, 28. Sorry.
No. Make a real guess.
Making a real guess. 34.
Close. 35.
Close? Oh! Dang. Dang. I wouldn't... Actually, I was like, you need to guess higher than you normally would. And I was like, oh, don't jump into that. In Germany, we say Fettnäpfchen.
What's that?
If you step into something that is making you or making the situation uncomfortable, you're stepping into the Fettnäpfchen. It's like a pot of lard, like stepping into a pot of lard. It's an old German saying.
I like it. I like that.
Yeah, and I was like, no, you need to go higher than you would, because I was like at 31, 32. No, you need to go higher. Oh, maybe you say too high, then she will be angry.
I like to tell people that, everyone gave me the title of Queen of the Undead. So now I just consume the souls of the damned to stay young and beautiful.
That's working really well. If you have some souls to spare, I really need them.
I'll send some your way.
Receding hairline. Yeah, that will. If you have a fitness trainer under them, that would be great too.
I don't. I have been working really hard on fitness lately. I'm not going to show you now, but I've got a little bit of some guns here.
Ooh.
But I've almost lost 20 pounds now on my journey. I gained a little. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that's right. We're in America. We do weird measurements.
So you lost 4 footballs.
I don't know how much a football is.
I don't know either.
Yes. But I've been trying really hard, because with COVID happening and being so trying to be careful, I gained weight, and now I'm like, I gotta get back on track. And not only losing weight, I'm working on getting some muscle and be super ripped, because I'm tiny and I think it'll make me more intimidating.
Yeah. Showing up with a horde of zombies is intimidating enough. You don't need to be ripped as well. People will shit themselves. Okay, who I need to be afraid of? She's coming. Why is she flex? Oh god, she's gonna beat me up. Why are there zombies around me? Ah!
Well, it's like, right. It's just a running joke, because at last Adepticon, I was one of the shortest people there, if you don't count the children. I'm only 5'2" and a half. I say the half counts. I don't know what that transfers to.
I need to Google that.
I think it's 60 some inches, which let's see. Who's gonna Google it first?
That. 5'2" inch. It's that's 157.5 centimeters. Yeah.
Yes. Everyone there are some, I don't know how it is outside the United States, but a lot of the American painters are tall.
Okay.
And I'm walking near everyone. I'm like, hi. So, I'm not very intimidating. So I want to be slightly more, I don't know, fierce.
So I would be 5'11" and a half.
Okay. Yeah. I think a lot of the painters are around, I don't want to say a lot, all of them, but a lot of the ones I know are around 6 feet. The dudes are tall. Even the ladies are taller than me.
Well, I dropped 25 kilograms and gained 15 kilograms of muscle. And
nice.
I am constantly trying to I should switch to cardio and like a lot of repetitions and stuff. But at the moment, I'm just pushing max weight because I want to gain like a lot of muscle and then switch to cardio and stuff. And if you have the motor and the motor is big enough, you can burn a lot of stuff off. And I switch a lot around with my diet and whatnot. But yeah, basically doing 160 kilograms deadlift at the moment, and I aim for 220. I don't know.
Nice.
I don't know what kilogram in American
Uh,
units is.
I don't know either.
Pounds, right?
Yeah, I'm not good with math. I'm
Okay, that's
not gonna lie there.
352 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
You
But
could do over 2 of me.
3.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm just trying to be a charming idiot again. Sorry.
No.
That's how I won over my
Yeah.
wife. I was just charming and making compliments. It
So
worked
that
till this
means
day.
when I see you, if we ever meet in the flesh, you can pick me up.
Yeah, I will do like military pushes with you. That could look strange, but oh yeah, making money in the hobby. I have
We should have
small,
a counter, like a little ding
Yeah.
every time we get off topic. Ding, one.
I have a small I have this piece of paper on my desk, and I made a small note in the corner, so every time I look at it I try to get back on topic.
That's smart. I have sticky notes all over my desk.
Yeah, I got digital sticky notes, and my mobile phone constantly nags me to do this and do that. There's an app called Productive which really helped me counter-affecting some of my mental shenanigans. So, do you have a Patreon?
I do. Yeah. I forgot about that. I'm bad at promoting myself. Currently I started out and I was doing some video tutorial content, but the one thing I dislike about Patreon is you have to usually pay for services like Vimeo in order to host, and Vimeo is a lot of money. And I just wasn't making enough to cover like Vimeo services and doing video editing, everything. So I don't have any video content on there besides the stuff I had already done. But I always have behind the scenes special projects I don't do on Twitch and live streaming. I post a lot more. Sometimes I do straight walkthroughs and guides, color mapping, everything out for some projects. I always give them sneak peeks. Earlier in the year, at the end of the last year, I posted my Golden Demon entries and stuff, or one. I only had one, but entry that I was working on, and all my video content that's going to be on YouTube, first come looks, and all of that will be on my Patreon. So thankfully, I have a few patrons, and I also do one-on-ones. So those I think are filled up at the moment. But yeah, I don't have any classes teaching in person, and I want to work on that for finding a local store to do that at nearby. But one-on-ones have been working out pretty nicely for people and my patrons.
That is amazing. That is amazing. I would love to get onto the one-on-ones with Vince Venturella, but you freaking can't. It's like the people that lock that in, they will never open up a spot.
Mm-hmm.
I had the luck of, and it was expensive. It was so expensive. I booked into the Squidmore one for 6 months, which was basically $600. But I gained so much, and I was just lucky there was an open slot for that. And
Yeah.
I talked a lot with Emil about these slots, and basically, when someone quits, he tries to remove that slot to free up this 1 hour from a schedule, but most of the time someone quits and then it just gets resold.
Mm-hmm.
So he basically wants to stop that. I don't know if this is like actual like relevant information at the moment, because this has like been I don't know 6-9 months ago. But he told me he wants to quit that because it's basically taking up a complete Friday, and he needs to do videos.
Yeah, it's I don't know how much time he spends on that and how many he has at that tier, but I know that some people who do that on their Patreon, they have a set limit of how many people, and those spots go quick, and it's like depending on what you have, like mine's an hour one-on-one, but I only offer that. I think I only have like 3 slots available for a month because yeah, I mean, I may not be as big as some other people, but I also have a lot of platforms and content creation and kids, regular life, and all of that stuff to balance. So I can only imagine people who have like 10 or 15 slots, and you have to give time to those people and do like video editing and all of that.
Yeah.
I've never met or really spoke to Squidmar, but I met Vince at Adepticon, and that dude's brain is intimidating in all the best ways. He knows his stuff. Like, he's really cool and down to earth. But yeah, if you like pick his brain on mini painting, I feel like you would need a notebook or a tape recorder there to just like soak it all in.
Oh, don't get started about rules.
About who?
Rules. If you listen
Duncan?
to Top. No.
Or,
Just 40K rules. Vince and 40K.
Oh, I thought
rules.
you said Rhodes. I'm sorry.
No.
I thought you were talking about. Okay.
No. Basically, when you listen to Top, there's like, okay, we played against Vince and he fucked us like in turn 2. and then he told us what we did wrong. I was like, oh god, I could not stand that. I would murder him. Like first he tables you and basically humiliates you and your army, and then he's going on about what you did wrong. And I was like, no, I could not stand that. No, I don't want that. That sounds so. I think he's the nicest guy, but oh my god, I could not survive that. It would be horrible.
Yeah, I don't like. To me, like my favorite game that I've been really in love with is Warcry, and I think that's just because the rules are really easy to pick up on.
Mm-hmm.
There's not a lot. It's back and forth. The games are quick. You don't need like 500 models for your army. It's anywhere from like sound effects, ASMR. Anywhere from like just like 10 or less models. So it's really nice. I can only imagine the point system. Trying to keep track of all of that in 40K is the main reason that I will likely never play. Mm-hmm. Like, I've watched people play. It's cool to watch. I don't want to have to think about all of that.
Oh, I found, since I mostly played Age of Sigmar, there's this app called Battlescribe, and it will give you a cheat sheet. What you could do in each round and what you should invest in and stuff. And I played against 2 local guys. They were playing like for years, and it was my second match. And I basically shredded them. And they never played with me again. So that was the last time I played Age of Sigmar. But that app is so good. It screwed over 2 people.
You can't beat the AI.
No. It helped me list building. It helped me allocate all my points, and then you get like this sheet of all the stuff you can do and what you should watch out for, and all your special abilities and stuff. That is nice. But I switched to Kill Team, and I basically got every box they released. Since I got some for free, and I got some for like buying in price. So the price the store pays for it, and they just give it to me for that price, which is nice. But they released, how did they title it? I think it's Light Rules or Simple Rules or something.
Mm-hmm.
And they are amazing. They're like 2 pages. 2 pages for kill team rules.
Nice.
And then you can get into the game. And basically they tell you it doesn't matter what you have, like I think it's 8 or 10. Take 10 of each and put them on the field, and we don't do any special shit. We just do the basic rules like, are you in cover, are you in line of sight, and that stuff. And then you can get into the game, and if you know the special rule, like the light rules, you can go and pick up the special rules, and you don't have to fumble around with the manual like all the time. Okay, this. No, is this line of sight? Am I in cover? What state am I in?
I really like that with like getting into a game is like there's always going to be situational stuff that you give an example. Last time I played Warcry, I was helping a friend learn the game. And there was one thing I hadn't encountered was he was playing his big Cruel Boys dude that I forget the name of, but it's Mounted. And the train we were playing on, the Red Harvest train, and they have all these like little coal troughs and that. And I had not encountered like a huge mounted model like this before. And I was unsure if whether he could jump over that train, like climb over it or not. And it's like, that's one thing that you're not used to playing with, you have to look up. So that always happens, and I feel like that's fine. But when you're playing a game and it's standard, like back and forth, like this is just how you go. Activation, you can do these things, and then next person's turn. I think simple is better, and it's nice, it's effective. You can play more games, more people, and you always want to come back. When it's too convoluted, I feel like that is just not my cup of tea.
Mounted, you say. Could you describe the model?
It was a big war boss dude for Cruel Boys that I believe was in the was it Dominion box?
Wait. Dominion. There we go. Boom.
Yeah, I think it was that dude. Maybe. Yeah, I think it was that one.
That is a one on a, like, cat thingy. Or
yeah.
Dropping stuff from my shelf.
Don't drop your bottle. No, it's not that one. Yeah, it's the one on the cat. Okay. Yeah.
It was cat dude, okay.
Cat dude.
Wait, there's another one. Come here, you friggin' fish.
As you break all of your models, because I've derailed.
Yeah.
Nah, it wasn't that one, but that one is cool.
That one is really cool. But
I love the Cruel Boys.
I dropped his freaking helmet somewhere.
No!
I need to look for his helmet later on.
Write yourself a sticky note.
Yeah. Well, helmet.
Do it now because you will not remember if you don't do it now.
Wrote it down. Okay. I personally think you can't make money off Instagram. I saw my note. And I think making money off TikTok is like, I saw someone who said like, yeah, I have 3 to 4 million views and I make like $600 a month. And I have like 10 or so videos with that million and million of views. And if I'm lucky, I make $500, $600 a month. And I was like, okay, there's no money to be made on TikTok.
You know what? Instagram, they're coming out with this new thing that they have it for some people, but I don't have enough followership to get that. I think you have to be above 10K followers. And people can subscribe to you now on Instagram. Personally, I don't know if I will ever do that. Instagram used to be my favorite social media because I could just see pictures and I could like them and I don't have to interact if I don't want to. And it was great. I got stuff and now I have ads, and I'm not one of those people who are against reels. I don't mind reels every once in a while, but I don't like my whole feed being reels. Like I'll post some here and there, but I usually keep it off my actual feed and just keep it in the reel section. But TikTok for me is literally just silly business. I have hobby content and then I just have me being stupid. So if you like jokes or have a wonderful bad sense of humor, that's on there. I don't foresee myself making any money off of TikTok. The only reason I do a lot of social media, like I hate Twitter, but I'm on there as well, is casting a larger net, because I have it's really hard because a lot of people don't like changing platforms. They have their one preferred platform. So people who are on YouTube will sometimes come over to Twitch, but most of the time they like YouTube. And Twitch people usually are more likely to go to YouTube and watch videos than they are with that. Because I had started streaming on YouTube as well, just to get my feet wet before I had actual content on there. But yeah, some people don't like crossing platforms, but I have had a decent amount of followers from Twitch come over, or from TikTok come over to Twitch and watch me. They found me there. So it's not that much about making money as it is just broadening your net in order to have an overall followership. Yeah.
I found this super sweet platform, and then the freaking price stumped me. But so at the moment, my patron is paying for all the software services I use, and Peter uses as well, which is amazing. And sometimes there's like stuff left over to buy some plastic crack or paints or whatnot. If I look around my studio, like with the camera setup, and all the stuff, I don't want to count the amount of money I pre-invested to make media. But I never did that with the mindset of making that money back. I just enjoy making media. It's my job, and it's not my job, it's also my passion. So I decided to do that in my free time as well. Because if we are being honest, people with this kind of neurodiversity that we have, it's like I could eat the same stuff over and over again, and I don't mind doing the same stuff over and over again until I get sick of it. But until then, it's like doing it and doing it and doing it, doing it. No, I hate it now. Gone. And I hope it will take a long while for mini painting to get to that point, and a long time for making media to get to that point. And I forgot what I was talking about.
Well, off of that, that's actually funny, because for me, I don't know about you, but before I got into miniature painting, like I love art in general, and I've always illustrated, and I used to canvas paint, but I stopped canvas painting in probably when I was like 20 or something, and I took a really long break for that. And then I went into design and everything. But all along the way, I used to just, same with my mom growing up, is collect hobbies, where you would just get a new hobby all the time, where it was like, oh, I'm going to learn to do this, or I'm going to try to crochet, or I'm going to try to do this. And you would buy all the stuff for it, and you would try it out, and then you'd find something else, or you'd get bored. And I am going on, next month will be 3 years in the hobby, and I have stuck with it this long, and I don't foresee myself ever getting bored or burnt out, because The cool thing about it is I can incorporate so much of other crafting and hobby stuff into this hobby to keep it fresh and renewed. So the thing I'm working on now and what I will be working on with the YouTube is not tutorials per se, because there's so many great content creators out there you can watch. I just want to make cool shit. Like, that is literally it. I want to make cool stuff. I've been working on crafting and dioramas and building things. And I want to make cool worlds, and I want to push the limits, and kit bashing, mashing things together. That's what I want to do, because I'm still doing miniature stuff. I'm still painting, but I'm incorporating things I love with other new, fresh things. And that way I'm never going to get, I feel, hopefully burnt out, because I've had times where I have been burnt out when painting, especially at the beginning of the year, like struggling. I had a hard time mentally, and just finding the will to want to paint, but finding new projects and building, like creating things like cool bases. I just love bases. Like, sometimes I just build bases and I don't put anything on them. So, but it's still part of the hobby, which I love.
For me, it's been, so I know I need a clean environment and a sorted environment to function. So I have been optimizing every square inch of this 10 square meter hobby room, making stuff multifunctional, multi-purpose. My area for taking pictures is like this big. Yeah, it's like a small cube. And it has a big ring light, and I can do like 15 different setups in there. I got all my stuff in rotary things, and I got different trays for my paint, and basically optimizing the shit out of my painting area is a hobby in itself, which keeps me motivated because everything is clean and I can just start. 3D printing. I just got a Cricut for making, basically you can do a million things with a Cricut, but I just bought the freaking thing for making airbrush stencils, which is amazing. Nice. I made an airbrush stencil for my knight, and now I can make this drippy skull on his shoulder shield thingy. I can just put it on with my airbrush. And, I mean, using brushes, then using an airbrush. Now I went over and got these pencils. And they got like this really fine black tip. And you can do black lining and whatnot with them. And this dude has nothing on its tip, and you can load your freaking inks in there. And you can use it with your inks, which is amazeballs. And
yeah, I have these.
Ah, yes.
They're
nice.
They're like water pens or for watercolor, but you can fill it with anything. And yep. I love finding new like things that or whether it's in fine arts or other crafts, or even absolutely random stuff. Like, I keep all old containers. I have a problem. I have a container problem. I love containers. I love organization. I have containers with nothing in them, and I'm just like, someday I'll put things in these. But
you could put containers in your containers.
I know. I have a container containers, but I like finding different ways for reusing stuff, because I hate another thing is a lot of them are made out of plastic, and I hate throwing them away because they're going to end up in landfills or something. So I have like little things that used to be for makeup where you tip it and it goes like this and things fall out. Well, now perfect. Now I've put like sand and dirt in there, and when it goes like this, it's like a little shaker, and it's perfect for basing. And yeah, like just reuse it, and little things make me happy.
One of my next videos will actually be, well, these are my 4 containers with stuff for basing. And if you take a sheet of paper and you take a spritz of this and a spritz of this and a spritz of this, you have marshlands. And if you do this and this, you have, I would just show people that you only need 4 containers to make like 10 different basing styles, which will be cool. And I also watched so many Marco Frisoni that I got this freaking Molotov pencil refillers.
Oh.
And this is like, they are refillers for acrylic pencils. But you can put this stuff into the airbrush and get super cool undershading, and it sticks on there like crazy. Basically, this is an undershading and a primer in one. But this is made for pencils, and you put it in the airbrush. I love this hobby.
Yep. There's things to where weathering powder. I've done weathering powder from eyeshadow. Old eyeshadow palettes, because I disinfect. Like, I'm a little bit of a I have pastels. You can do. I've done it from pastels too. I've actually tried to see. Pastels are a little bit better depending on like your brand of eyeshadow. But I've taken old ones because you're technically only supposed to keep makeup for a certain shelf life, even though I clean them. I like to disinfect stuff. I have I wash my hands a lot too much. I have dry hands and I have to do lotion and all that because of the OCD. But yeah, if you scrape off old eyeshadow, it's pigmented powder. It'll kind of work the same.
Yeah, definitely. But making stuff from stuff that should not be stuff, to put it in that way, I love the combination of super glue and baking powder.
For filling little things, gaps and stuff.
For filling, and you also get this, if you stir it around a bit, you get this sandy texture. So if you want to fill up stuff, it could be like flat, you could even sand it, which is amazing. Or you can make like sandy textures with it, and it's pretty cool to It instantly reacts. It's dry, which is amazing. And stuff like that makes me happy.
Yeah, I've done, that reminds me, like, for me personally, I have done a project before where I wanted like a crackly base, but didn't want just like crackle paint. I wanted more 3D element, and I used eggshells. I just cleaned eggshells, crashed them, and then laid them out to make it look like that texture. And it was actually pretty easy, and it looked really nice.
Damn.
I also know that Uncle Adam loves to use cat litter on his, clean cat litter on his bases, too. And it looks pretty good. I've not tried that, though. I don't have a cat, so I don't want to go out and just buy cat litter. But
if I ever have to do a commission for someone I hate, I will use dirty cat litter for the base. My friend, like a few houses down the road, has 2 cats. And I was like, could you move aside? I need like a scoop. Put it on the base.
No.
That would be funny. This many smells. It looks good. He made it great, Bob.
That reminds me of the part in, what is it, Little Rascals, where they eat like the cat litter sandwiches.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah.
That is nasty. Nasty shit. So, as we can agree, you can make money with your hobby, but it's not easy.
It's not easy, and you shouldn't expect much. That is really what I tell people. If you want to get in, like, if you're just doing the hobby and commission work, I'm sure that you might have a better time at making money, honestly, especially if you're painting armies. If you're quick about it, you have built up that reputation, and you just mass paint armies, you might have a better time than content creation, honestly, at least in the beginning.
No.
I think in the beginning, unless you have a name under your belt.
I strongly disagree.
Really? I don't know.
Yeah, army painting. I could never do army painting.
Oh, no, me either. But I know some people who literally push out, and they get, like, they sustain by getting money because people are constantly, like, or if you think about, if you know Brush for Hire, he's a commission painter, but he double dips because he paints all his commissions on stream. So he does 9 to 5 working Monday through Friday. He just streams his work, which is awesome. But he gets it done, and I'm like, he's smart. He's smart. So, and I mean, I stream my commission painting when I do them as well. But that I feel like there's two different ways. And the reason I say that is because I've seen a lot of people come and go in content creation in this hobby, because they come in with this idea that they're gonna get this set amount of people, they're gonna make this set amount of money, and the money's gonna be able to substantiated and like cover all of their expenses, and it doesn't. It's not like that. You have to work hard and eventually build up to that. There are some people that get lucky and they grow a lot faster, and they just hit it at the right time. They have the skill, the personality. But for most people, you have to like content creation. You have to want to do this and stick with it, or it's not going to go anywhere.
So the main reason why I do content creation is because I enjoy content creation. It's fun for me. And I set myself a goal when I started YouTube. And I said, I want to make the first 1,000 subs in the first year. Which is not unrealistic. It's not an unrealistic goal. But it did not work out. I was not even at 500 after the first year. And I knew the reasons for that, and I changed that. But I still was thinking about quitting YouTube, because I was like, why am I doing this? But in the meantime, a community of now 82 people formed, and they are on the PaintWater Soup Discord. This is the Discord for me and Peter and stuff, and we will try to make a hostile takeover for your Discord too. Don't worry.
Have fun. Welcome.
We make a little Zambies area in the Discord, and then we pull all people over. Now, jokes aside, I continue to make content because of the community that formed. I hit a quite special corner with the stuff I am doing on YouTube, because I'm not doing these masterful paint jobs, but I'm looking at the reality of painting, and the reality of human feelings, and the reality of stress and not feeling good enough and struggling, and showing failures. And showing off, this is what a speed paint job's like. If you just slower on contrast paint, this happens. And that hit really well for these few people. 80 is a lot, but it's not 5,000 like on other Discords. But you tend to lower your numbers if it's not like the number one in anything. But that doesn't matter. These people are the most active community I have ever seen on any other Discord. There are Discords with 2,000, 3,000 people on there. And people paying to be on the Discord. You don't pay to be on the PaintWater Soup Discord. And we are now doing painters clubs where people are painting the same miniature over 3 to 6 months. We are doing a painting relay with, 20 people taking part in that. Like someone paints and send the painted and an unpainted mini to the next person. I think it's 20 people going in there. We have monthly schemes and like color schemes, and people work on them and work hard on them. I have never seen a Discord as active like that. People giving feedback. In my paint and chat area, there's 3 to 5 people every evening on video chat, hobbying together. This community is freaking insane. It's like a local friend group. And that's the reason why I decided to continue this journey, because me and Peter starting this journey led to this community, and it's freaking amazeballs. I have a small tear in my eye.
Well, I'm on your Discord, and I know I honestly, mine is not super active, where people are constantly chatting, and I kind of am okay with that because I don't have to like superly be monitoring that. But there are some Discords that people are really active on, and I think, though, to go back to community, I think that's the major part of why I make a lot of content, is because I have met so many freaking amazing people in this hobby, and through Twitch and other platforms and just conventions and everything, that is why I do it. Like, that is the big aspect. And especially with live streaming, like, you feel that more with live streaming, I feel, than you do with making video content. It's because the people who show up, I don't like looking at my numbers. And I know that some people, if you are hard set on watching those numbers like a hawk, I think that can cause a lot of health problems, like mental health and things. And you struggle and you're like, why are my numbers dipping this week and that week? And it is a roller coaster. It happens for everybody. I don't think that you should match yourself to other people as well. I think you should worry about yourself and your growth. But yeah, it's those people who come and show up, no matter whether I have 5 people in chat or 50 people in chat. And if you have a few people talking that keeps everything going, then that is like, that's what you feed off of, and your energy while you're live streaming. And you can be bonkers, and chat can be bonkers. You have the best time of your life with 2 people, with like 30 people, whatever. And it's a lot of fun. And that's why I always come back to Twitch. And I think the big thing with content creation and some people, and what you said, is to have a realistic goal, but don't be disappointed. Like, you're naturally going to be disappointed, but don't be like devastated if you don't hit that goal. Assess what's wrong, like what you feel you need to improve on, but also know that, sadly, some people get a lot of attention and some people don't. And that doesn't necessarily mean your value is any less than that other people. It's like time and place and how they got views. And it could be, you're just not in the right space. You're just not getting the visibility, and that shouldn't devalue you as a content creator.
True.
So, and some people try really hard. I've seen people come out of the gate and try to be this certain person and this personality that isn't really sustainable, and do tons of giveaways and stuff, and then watch when that ends, everyone leaves. And it's sad, but I think you need to start out. If you want to start out, be yourself. Think about what you can offer that somebody else doesn't. And a lot of the times it doesn't necessarily matter whether you are a fantastic painter or not, especially on Twitch. Twitch is an entertainment platform. And
definitely.
Be your personality. You can have some bells and whistles. Do whatever. Have fun. If people are having fun, that is why they come back. There are some people who are boring, and I mean that in not a bad way, but they are educational or they paint fantastic, and people come back for that. But then there are some people where they just spit color on models, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but their personality is amazing, and people come back for that. So you got to find out what is your one unique trait that you can offer others.
So I can speak from experience here, and that is for more than half of my videos, I haven't been myself. I was still in the process of coming to terms with myself, going through a long coaching process, and it kind of hit like in my well, this 6, 8. In my 10th video, I got like in the zone for that, but it took me like 4 more videos, so 2 months more, to finish that process and become myself again. I did a lot of self-improvement in that time. So, first of all, I wasn't myself. I was trying to be someone. I was wearing a mask. That didn't work out. And I tried to be clean, YouTube-y, like making amazing transitions and playing around with the tech and making cool animations and blah blah. And I changed that for every video, so there was no consistency. And then I found myself again, put off my mask, tried to be myself, or I'm now being myself, cleaning up my act personally and for the YouTube stuff. Now reinventing my assets, and basically with the last 2 videos, playing that out, finding like a repeating process of all the stuff I put on my videos, and it shows. It definitely shows, and I don't blame anyone or anything but myself for this. It's not even a failure, but no one else is responsible for me not being me.
I think the good thing there is there's 2 key points. Is 1, failure. If you fail, don't be afraid of it, because you're gonna do it. Like, we're all gonna fail, especially content creation. You have to try new things out. Is learn from it. And then also, like, self-reflect yourself. What can you do? What did you do wrong? Okay, don't do that. Do this. Or, like, I think a lot of people on certain platforms are like, oh, well, this person's getting this views or these, likes because they're this. And it's like, no. You. Look at you. And then the second thing, it's okay to discover yourself along the way, to reinvent yourself, to find out who you want to be. Like, when I got thrown into streaming, I was video game streaming and doing traditional, like, illustration. I wasn't doing mini painting. Now I'm fully transitioned to just doing mini painting, but that doesn't mean that, you can't do a game stream every once in a while, or you can't do this and you can't do that. The biggest thing is there are some people who have personas throughout content creation, which they're fine because they're committed to that character and they're doing it and people understand that. But then people can also smell when you're being really fake and you're trying really hard to be something you're not. So I always say it is better to be yourself, and some people are not going to like that, but the people who like you are going to be your biggest damn supporters, and they are going to be there no matter what. And you would rather have them than a bunch of people who are just going to leave when you no longer can be that one persona anymore.
Yeah. I was so lucky to stumble upon this guy. I'm not going to say his name now because he knows who I'm talking about. He has been my first and longest supporter, and he's a moderator on my Discord. And besides all of that unnecessary internet crap, he's a dear friend of mine. Unfortunately, he's living across the pond, but that's fine. We had the amazing opportunity to meet, and we went to Warhammer World together. And my next video, it's so amazing. It was so good.
I want to
go. I could ask him. He lives in the area of Warhammer World. If he would be able, I would pay for that. If he would grab a copy of the there's a there it is. They make these. It's like everything you see in Warhammer World, like put into a book. I would ask him to send that to you. I would pay for that.
Sorry, I'm just having like a geek out moment.
would that
I would just,
be
like,
cool with you?
That would be amazing. Like,
okay, I will ask him.
I don't know how to react to that. I had a friend that went a few months ago and sent me all the pictures, and I just said, like, the first thing that came to my mind was, I wish I could be shrunk down and just run around the sets. Like, just be like, jump on the tanks and climb up the hill and, you know, just play with all the things. Like, I want to be small and I want to touch them. It's so cool.
Yeah. So basically, my next video is about me visiting Warhammer World with my daughter. She came with me. But actually, this video, I call it a love letter to this person, because it was more about the experience and meeting him than it was going to Warhammer World, or even combined. It was like amazing to be there with this person. So yeah, that will be the next video that we'll be releasing. And dear person, you know that I'm talking about you. Would you be so kind, and if you're ever again, and I know you will be going there soon, Nish, could you buy one of these, and I will give you the address you can send this to.
And I will say thank you and give you things.
And I will pay for it. If you could do that, it would be great. Thank you, mate.
I think the one thing that, for me personally, that I get the most out of the content creation that I've been doing is meeting people. And it's like, I can be a social butterfly in some aspects, and then other times I'm a total introvert. But when it comes to this hobby and like people geeking out on the same things that I love, like going to Adepticon for my first time being at a hobby con and meeting everybody, oh my God, I was in heaven. It was like a lot. Like, I needed to detox for a few weeks after that. But it was so awesome to get to meet people that some you don't think that you would actually talk to in real life if it wasn't for this one hobby that brought us all together.
I would, as you said, you were jealous about going to Warhammer World. Oh, that smells bad. Oh, this is a batch. Ooh. Okay, I need to drink this now. But going to Adepticon is one of the things I want to do so bad.
You better come next year.
No, I can't do next year.
Oh.
Because my wife and I will have our 10th wedding anniversary. We
so
are
happy that
getting
it's
remarried. We are getting remarried on the I don't know if this is correct wording. The Maldives.
I don't know where that is.
It's like a island in South Asia. Like, you basically live on houses that are on stilts in the water, and you jump from your house into the really clear blue ocean and stuff.
Okay, I don't blame you now. All right.
We are getting remarried on the beach and stuff, all romantic and fancy schmancy. Yeah, that will be epic. So it will be a year after that I will be coming to Adepticon. So please be there in 2 years. Don't have anything blocking you from it. Don't die or move to Canada or something. I will be mad if I don't meet you there.
Well, I can't guarantee on staying alive. I'm trying. But
please don't get super COVID apepox or something. That will be bad.
Knock on wood, I have not had COVID. So I'm trying to stay healthy. But fortunately, I only live about an hour away from the convention. So unless something happens, I will be here.
Yeah, I only live 6,000 miles away from the convention. I'll be there, no problem.
Mm.
No, it's on my bucket list. I want to go there so bad.
Yes.
Wow. Time flew. This is...
Oh, yeah. Wow. We've been here a while.
We've been here quite a while, and it's bad time for me. So, would you do me the great honor of shamelessly self-plugging...
Oh, no.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay. Self-plugging yourself?
No, go plug yourself.
Yeah. Well, if you like my crazy antics and want to check out my painting and content, I am Zambies on Twitch. And most of the social platforms had Zambies taken, sadly. And that's just zombies with an A instead of an O. But I am Zambies Decays I have an Instagram, which has a lot of my up-to-date work on it, which I need to post more. But, I also have a Twitter and a TikTok if you want to see silly videos that are all Zambies Decays. I don't really like Facebook, but I have one just for this. And my YouTube is Zambies, though. I did get that. So if you just do YouTube/Zambies, upcoming content, I'm working on it. Video editing is not my strong suit, but we'll see how it goes. And yeah, I think that's... Am I missing any? Oh, yeah, I have a Patreon. Yeah.
Bye. Get on our Patreon. All right. So, you guys know what to do. We all want Zambies to be unregular hosts on this podcast, so go message her about it. Peer pressure
into
always
my daily
works.
life. Woo!
Peer pressure always works. And if you enjoy this podcast and want to support us with your time, then please feel free to leave a like, comment, subscribe, maybe write a nice review on the platform of your choice. And if you want to support us with your hard-earned gold coins that you got from slaying evil demons in a dungeon, then please feel free to check out my or Peter's Patreon, because all the money we make on Patreon goes back into all the software that we use. Or maybe visit mine or Peter's Teespring. There's merch for either channel and, of course, for PaintWater Soup. And we would love to see you running around in nothing else but a PaintWater Soup t-shirt and posting videos of yourself on any social media platform of your choice.
That's right.
It was a great...
Pants are overrated.
Pants are overrated, and our PaintWater Soup t-shirts are quite short.
So you want to see people in their tidy whities. Got it.
Yeah, it's the best kind of advertisement you can get. So before we get derailed once again, it was nice to have you on the show. Thank you for taking your time and derailing with me into oblivion. I enjoyed it that much.
Thanks for having me. It's always fun being here.
Yeah. So for now, we are closing off, and I wish you a happy week or weekend or whenever you're listening to us. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Bye.